Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel, guys. So what I have for you guys today, I have another episode of my championship score predictions, guys. So guys, if you've not seen this series before, let me briefly explain how it all goes down. So each and every week, guys, I give my championship score predictions for what I think the outcomes will be of all the championship games going on this weekend. FIFA 16 also makes their predictions, but what I'm really interested to know, guys, is what you guys have to say. So in the description down below, I will leave all the matches that are taking place this weekend, and I want you guys to make your predictions. Then if you do manage to get any of your predictions right, I will put your comment on the screen on my next video after this match week has done, guys. But one thing I must say before we get into any of the predictions here, guys, is that I know that technically FIFA 17 is out now when you guys will be watching this, of course, but when I'm recording this, FIFA 17 isn't out. I've not actually got the game yet, so that's why in this episode there's still going to be FIFA 16 gameplay. However, in next week's episode there will be FIFA 17 gameplay, so that's when FIFA 17 will be coming in. So yeah, I just thought I'd tell you guys that before we get into anything. And as well, I will put your comments on screen now. So for anyone who did get any of their midweek score predictions correct, I will leave your comments on screen now, guys. So fair play to anyone who did get them right. I think midweek, this was probably one of the hardest weeks to get, I'd say, that midweek. And it was quite hard to get one because there was quite a few upsets going on and there's quite a few obscure scorelines here and there. But we'll go into my week 8 predictions now, guys. Can you believe it? So the first game we have, guys, is Fulham coming up against QPR. So a bit of a London derby going on for our first match here. I think this one's being played at dinner time, guys. So definitely an interesting kick-off, this one. So in terms, it's a really hard one to predict, really, because neither side at this point in time are in the best run of form. I mean, Fulham have come off the back of a massive defeat on Saturday to Bristol City, whereas QPR have been a little bit, they've been a bit hit and miss recently, and a couple of weeks ago, you know, their form took a major nosedive. Since then, I suppose they've had a little bit of a recovery. They got a point in midweek, of course, but for this one, I'm going to say it's going to be, I fancy this one to be a draw. I'm going to say it's going to be a 1-1 draw in this local derby. However, FIFA 16 has said that Fulham are going to win this one 2-0. Our next match we then go to, guys, is Birmingham coming up against Blackburn Rovers. So obviously in midweek, Birmingham managed to get a point against Preston North End. I did go to that match, and the match they vlog is on my channel, so I'll leave a link in that in the description down below if you guys want to watch that. But it was a bit of an interesting one with Birmingham, really. In the first half, they really weren't at it, and Preston were really on top in that match. However, in the second half, Birmingham showed more about what they're about this season. So for that reason, I am going to say, just because of that second half display and how impressed I was by them, I'm going to say Birmingham are just going to edge this one by a 1-0 goal margin. However, Blackburn so far this season have showed a gradual improvement. I mean, before midweek, they were coming off the back of 2 successive victories, so definitely not going to make it easy for Birmingham, but I'm going to say they're just about going to scrape it 1-0. And FIFA's actually agreed with me. Both myself and FIFA are going to say that Birmingham are going to win this one 1-0. The next match we then go to, guys, is Brentford coming up against Wigan Athletic. So this one, again, is a really interesting matchup this week, guys. We've got quite a few interesting matchups this week, I must say so. But obviously, Brentford coming off the back of a fantastic victory in midweek against Reading, and Wigan as well are coming off the back of a victory. So both these sides going into this game off the back of a victory in midweek. So a really tough one to call. However, I'm just about going to back Brentford. I mean, after that display against Reading, scoring 4 goals in that match, obviously their home form this season has been terrific. I mean, they've been big scorers at home this season. I mean, they beat Preston 5-0 a couple of weeks ago. So I'm going to say Brentford are going to win this one despite Wigan looking good in midweek. I'm going to say Brentford are going to win this one 2-1. However, I wouldn't be too surprised if Wigan were to get anything from this game. However, FIFA said it's going to be a 0-0. Going into our next match then, guys, we have Bristol City coming up against Nottingham Forest. So of late, Bristol City have managed to pick up quite a bit of momentum, really, and they're looking to surge up the league at this point in time. I've been very impressed with Bristol City so far this season, especially going forward. However, Nottingham Forest, a bit of a contrast in midweek. I don't think they had the best performance against Fulham. I thought it really was an underlying tone for the majority of that match that they were underperforming in that game. So I am going to say Bristol City are going to walk away with a victory in this match. It's a really tough one to call with Nottingham Forest with the squad that they've got. You know, if all of them players were going to turn up, they'll of course make it very difficult for Bristol City in this match. But I am going to say Bristol City are going to win this match 2-1. FIFA said another 0-0. Our next match we then go to, guys, is Burton Albion coming up against Cardiff. So this one is quite a big match at the bottom of the table, I suppose. Both these sides currently lingering at the bottom half of the table at this point in time. So Cardiff really not on a good run of form of late, and obviously they lost in midweek, which really was a detriment to them. And Burton Albion, on the other hand, have been steady so far this season. They've not really set the world alight, but no one really expected to. If anything, they've been overachieving so far this season. But I'm going to say this one's going to end level. I could see, obviously obviously Ricky Lambert managing to get his first goals for Cardiff at the weekend. So I'm going to say this one's going to end level. I'll be interested to know what you guys think of this one because it's quite a big match. FIFA said it's going to be a 0-0. Our next match we then go to, guys, is Ipswich coming up against Huddersfield. So for this one, I don't know why, but I've got a bit of a feeling about this one that it's going to be a draw. I mean, Huddersfield so far this season obviously had a fantastic start. Hit a bit of a blip at the weekend, but we'll ignore that since they did win in midweek against Rotherham. But in this one, I've just got the feeling that a Mick McCarthy side going up against this Huddersfield team, I've got a feeling that Mick McCarthy will want to set this Ipswich side out to play for a draw, really. So for that reason, I'm going to say it's going to end as a 1-1. I can see Ipswich being perhaps a bit defensive in this match. I'd be interested to know what you think of that one, Ipswich fans. But definitely, it's not an easy place to go for Huddersfield, so I am going to say it's going to end level as a 1-1 draw. FIFA's also agreed with me that it'll be a draw, but they've said it's going to be a 0-0. Into the next match we then go to, guys, we have Leeds United coming up against Barnsley. So an interesting matchup, this one. I'm going to say there's going to be quite a few goals scored in this match. I feel like this could be a high goal scorer with the two sides and the attacking options they've got. Obviously, Chris Wood being in fantastic form at this point in time for Leeds United, and Barnsley, you know, the attacking threats they've got so far this season have been superb. So I'm going to say these two seeds, I'm going to say they're going to win level. I'm going to say it's going to be a 2-2 in the end. I'm struggling to find what side I'd edge with if I was going to say one's going to win. So I'm going to say this one's going to end level as a 2-2. FIFA said it's going to be a 0-0. I hope we don't get this many 0-0s with FIFA 17 when that comes out. Our next match we then go to, guys, is being played at Deepdale, and we have Preston North End coming up against Aston Villa. So for this one, if you were to look at both sides on paper, you definitely back Aston Villa for this match. I mean, the quality they've got oozing throughout that squad really does outdo Preston, but with Aston Villa's away form, you just can't really back them at this point in time. I mean, I saw a lot of stuff's been going around like Twitter recently of all the things that have happened since Aston Villa have last won a game away from home. So, and it really is staggering. So for that reason, I'm actually going to back Preston to win this match. And if you guys have watched this series so far, you know I rarely back Preston to win a match. So this is like a special occasion. But I am going to say Preston are going to win this one with I'm going to say 2-1 to Preston in this match. Actually, if we're to show what we showed in the first half of the Birmingham match, I think we can really take it to this Aston Villa side. But if you were to look at it on paper, I mean, Aston Villa could easily brush aside us. But with the confidence that they got currently in the Aston Villa squad, I don't see them doing it. FIFA says it's going to be a 0-0. I'm saying 2-1 Preston. Into our next match we then go to, guys, is Reading coming up against Derby County. So yet again, another really funny match with Derby County having a really bad start to their season, but having a really strong squad throughout. And Reading have actually had quite a good start to the season, but obviously we'll forget about midweek, obviously with them losing to Brentford 4-1. But in this match, I'm going to say it's going to end level as a 1-1. Bit of turbulence going around Derby at this point in time, obviously, with Nigel Pearson. So they managed to pick up a win in midweek from a victory over Cardiff. So I'm going to say this one's going to end level as a 1-1. I mean, Reading, I don't know where their confidence of their players will be after a heavy defeat in midweek. Whether they'll be able to pick themselves back up again, I'm not so sure. Obviously, we'll expect Reading to dominate the possession in this match, but I'm going to say that this one's going to end level as a 1-1. But FIFA's actually tipped Derby County to win this one with a 1-0 away win. So it'll be very interesting if that happens, I'll say so. Our next match we then go to, guys, is Rotherham coming up against Newcastle United. So an interesting matchup here. We got a team lingering at the bottom with a team going for promotion this season. So for that reason, I've got to back Newcastle to win this match. I mean, if Rotherham were to pull off an upset in this match, that really would, I'd be surprised by it, but I'd applaud them for it. But I can't see Rotherham doing it in this match. I mean, with the squad Newcastle have got, they should have done a little bit better recently. Newcastle, I feel, with some of the chances they've had, they perhaps should have scored more goals in the matches they have had lately. So for that reason, I'm going to say that their strikers are going to be unsung for this match, and I'm actually going to back Newcastle for a 3-0 victory away from home. So bit of a bold statement that maybe, and no offense to Rotherham fans, of course, but I'm just not sure with that squad you've currently got. But I'd be interested to hear from Rotherham fans as well as to what they think their chances of survival are this season. But I'm going to say this one's going to end as a 3-0 victory to Newcastle. FIFA said it's going to be a 0-0. And then in our next match, guys, we have Sheffield Wednesday coming up against Brighton. So this is one that I'm really looking forward to this weekend, actually, because both of these sides are two that I tipped for promotion this season, and I think two that I tipped to be in the top 6 this season, especially. But for this, it's a really tough one to call, but I am going to back Brighton to win it, just because on current form and the way both sides have started this season, I feel like if you're comparing it man to man, I'd probably say Brighton, with the team spirit they probably got out of their squad and the chemistry they've got with all their players. Sheffield Wednesday, I feel like a couple of players are still integrating into that squad and they're yet to see the best out of them. But I'm going to say Brighton are going to win this match, actually. I could definitely see this one ending as a draw. I could see Sheffield Wednesday winning this one, really. Anything could happen. But I'm going to say Brighton are going to win this one with a 2-1 victory over Sheffield Wednesday. Big match at Hillsborough, that one, between two promotion chasers, I'm sure. FIFA says it's going to be another 0-0. And then to our last match, guys, we have Wolves coming up against Norwich. So this one is an interesting encounter once again. We have two sides this season who I've been quite impressed with so far this season. I've been very impressed with how Wolves have been going about things so far this season. They've had a couple of inconsistencies with a few of their results so far this season, but the overall general way that Walter Zenga's been got this Wolves side playing, I've been very impressed by. And Norwich so far this season have done very well in grinding out results, especially in some of their games when they've not had the best performances, but they've still managed to get the results. Norwich have been very good at that so far this season. So I'm not going to go against that for this match. I am going to say Norwich are going to come away with a 2-1 away win at Molineux. It's a very tough place to go to, Molineux, but I am going to back Norwich to win this match. FIFA's actually disagreed with me with this one. FIFA has actually backed Wolves to win this match 1-0, so it'd be very interesting if Wolves actually do manage to pull off that, because Norwich have been very impressed by so far. So there you guys have it. There are my Week 8 score predictions for this week's Championship fixtures, guys. So like I said at the start of the video, in the description down below, I will leave all the matches that are taking place this weekend, so you guys can easily make your predictions, guys. So make sure you guys do get in your predictions, but apart from that, thank you so much for watching. So once again, thank you so much for all the support we've shown on all the videos so far, guys. But apart from that, that will now wrap it up. So make sure you check out all the links in the description down below. Make sure you subscribe for regular Championship content, and also as well, make sure you follow me on Twitter. I always tweet before I upload a video, therefore you'll never miss a video ever again, guys. But apart from that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.